Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into FIU's absolutely crushing performance against Middle Tennessee State. This was a game that sent a huge message to the rest of their conference.
All right, let's just start with the number that tells the whole story. 38. That was a margin of victory in a jaw-dropping 41-3 win on the road. Yeah, that's a blowout, no question about it.
And look, this wasn't just another win you just chalk up and move on. No, this was a statement, a dominant performance that pushed FIU to an incredible 8-1 on the season. They showed everyone they are the real deal.
So, the big question is, how in the world did they manage to hang 41 points on the board, especially in some pretty rainy and tough conditions? Well, it really all came down to a masterclass in just pure offensive efficiency, and you guessed it, hitting those huge, explosive plays.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because the numbers tell a story that goes way beyond just the final score. Just look at the yards per play. FIU averaged almost 8 yards every single time they snapped the football. Compare that to just over 5 for MTSU. They got more done with fewer chances. That's efficiency right there.
And the engine driving that whole machine? Running back, John Owens. The guy was an absolute nightmare for the defense. He gashed them for 136 yards on the ground, and that included a massive 50-yard touchdown run that really just blew the game wide open. And he wasn't a one-trick pony either. He tacked on 6 catches, a true dual-threat weapon.
Now, the guy pulling all the strings was quarterback Keon Jenkins. In those sloppy, wet conditions, he was just the definition of poised. Completed 17 of his 25 passes, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the most important part, he didn't make mistakes. That let the offense just stand on the field and keep its rhythm.
But this is how they really, truly controlled the game. 75%. That was their third down conversion rate. Just think about that for a second. 3 out of every 4 times, MTSU thought they were about to get a stop and get off the field. FIU found a way to move the chains. That is absolutely demoralizing for an opponent.
But here's the thing. As great as the offense was, you don't win by 38 points without the other side of the ball showing up big. The story of this game was just as much about a defense that wasn't just stopping the other team, it was actively going out there and winning the game for them.
The defense was just suffocating. Plain and simple, they forced 3 turnovers in the game. And get this, all 3 of them were interceptions. Every single time, they completely flipped the field and just grabbed all the momentum for themselves.
But one of those turnovers, it wasn't just a momentum swing. Nope, it was the dagger. And this just perfectly sums up how opportunistic this defense is. Kashawn Brewer reads the play, jumps the route, and takes it 86 yards to the house. A pick 6 of that length, it doesn't just put points on the board, It breaks the other team's will.
So let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture, because a performance like this doesn't just happen in a vacuum. This fits into the incredible story of FIU's whole season. This isn't an accident, it's a pattern.
And here's the proof that this was no fluke. The guys who are the heroes in this game, they're the same guys who've been leading this team all year long. Owens adds another TD to a season total of 14. Jenkins continues his super efficient year, now with 16 touchdowns to only 3 picks. And that pick 6 from Brewer, that was his 7th interception of the year. This is just consistent, high-level play from their best players. And all that consistency has led them right here, to an 8-1 record. This win solidifies their spot not just as a good team, but as a top contender in all of Conference USA. They're in the driver's seat now.
So, with all this momentum, with the offense firing and the defense clicking, what does it all mean for the rest of the season? Where does this team go from here?
Honestly, this game is a textbook example of a team peaking at the absolute perfect time. The offense isn't one-dimensional, it's balanced, it's explosive. The defense isn't just playing well, it's a turnover-creating machine that messes up everything the other team wants to do. They are playing their best football when it counts the most.
Which of course leaves us with the ultimate question as they keep this amazing run going. With this kind of momentum, playing this well on both sides of the ball, are we looking at a team that's destined to play for the conference championship? After watching a game like this, it is really, really hard to argue against it.